my worst track, insane weather changes, crazy race starts, and some good rough racing. What could go wrong? Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's been a while, we're finally back, and this time we've got a whole weekend ahead of us filled with karting. So without further ado, let's get straight into the video. Hey guys, so it's about 2 PM the Friday now, and I've got about 2 hours before my friend Kai comes and picks me up. I've got a whole lot of packing to do in this next 2 hours. I've got all my camping stuff, my clothes, my toiletries, so I'm gonna be in a big rush for the next 2 hours or so. But I'll catch you guys in the car, and let's have a good weekend.
Next morning.
So it's the next day now, and we're finally at the beautiful Rochester Kart Club. Let's have a look at what we're riding this weekend. So at this stage, we've done a couple of practices. We're ready for quali when the weather decided to take our gazebo.
Oi, 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 oi.
Alright, so we're now here waiting on track for quali. Once the gates open, we'll all be rushing out, trying to get at least 1 or 2 good laps in before the rain hits. The quali session should last about 10 minutes, but if the rain comes any quicker, I think everyone will be pitting before 10 minutes. So anytime now, they'll be opening the gates. Of course not before the picture's taken.
Yeah, boy.
Alright, so here we go. First properly timed session of the day. Quali. Probably the most important session of the entire weekend in my opinion. Wherever I finish here, well, whatever lap time I get will determine where I'll start for heat 1 and 2. So straight out of the bat, we want to get as much warmth into the tires as possible. It's a very cold day today, but we're just trying to weave here, try and get some warmth into the tires, warm our arms up as well, get used to the track. And at this point, you really don't want to be stuck behind someone that's like slower than you. And here we go, there's already one off. Just cold tires, giving it way too much. And as I was saying, you do not want to be stuck behind someone slower than you, especially when it's in the quali. You just have a couple of laps max to get the best time you can possibly get. Especially so for today, because as soon as the rain comes down, which is any time now, the quali is basically done. There's no way you can get a good lap with rain. Not on slicks at least. So here we are coming down second corner, another long left, followed by the third corner, which is going to be a long right here, struggling to find any grip whatsoever. Guy in front is good distance away. We've got basically clean air for the rest of the lap. How I like to kind of see my lap time or kind of gauge where I am is by looking at the guy in front. If he's kind of pulling away, I definitely know that he's quicker than me, and like it's a good gauge, I guess, to see where you are in the field. Anyways, here we go into the first corner of the second lap. Clearly we've got a lot more grip than we did in the first lap, but we're still struggling a bit with the rears. Just cold track day, the weather's not great. We won't be able to get nearly as much grip as we would be on a sunny day. But we work with what we have now, and we're coming into the quick right-hander here. Can catch you off guard if you're not ready for it. And the tight right-hander followed by the long left, which always gets me. You need to be staying close to the left, trying to hug the left before the right so that it opens up the straight for you. So you got a note here that we're caught up to the guy in front. Must have had a lockup or something, I don't know what it was, but he's very close to us, which can impede our current lap, which it probably did. But you'll soon see a couple of raindrops on the screen. About here, there you go, there's a few raindrops. You can see we're starting to slide at the fronts even. Really struggling to keep it in together. And at this point, you really need to ask yourself if there's any point staying out. If you're not going to get any better laps, there's literally no point staying out and scrubbing the tires. You might as well save it for the next day, which is what we decided doing in the end. There's no point waiting one more lap. There's no way you're gonna get a better lap in the rain, especially in slicks. And because of the short quali session and the ridiculously hopeless driver that you're currently watching, we only managed to qualify 15th. But with all that aside, we are finally here at the first heat of the weekend, Heat 1 in the wets, where probably I enjoy racing the most. And here we go. Engine does not want to start, just our luck. And we are still not moving, engine is still not starting. Get hit by a guy, okay. And we are still stuck. We are dead last now, trying to get the engine to get going. We finally get it going and we are off. The sky is beautiful, but the track is completely wet. And this is where, this is the only heat or the only race that you'll see some hope in my driving ability all weekend. But enough of that, we are in our first heat, getting the tires warmed up. These are brand new wets, really got to get temperature in them. As you can see, the track is very sleek. Even with wets, I'm struggling to get any traction whatsoever, but we are here chasing the pack down, trying my best to get back behind them and get my position back, which was 15th. And I'm now dead last at 24th or 25th. And this next lap that we go around would be the formation lap, and so it will start when we pass the start finish line, and we are still at the back of the pack. It does not look like we are gonna get anywhere up the field, so let's see. So here we are, finally at the back of the pack. No way we're going anywhere further than basically second last, so we're starting at 24th with a lot of work to be done this race. But with that said, here we go, the beginning of the first heat. We bumped into each other, look to send it down the inside as we go into turn 1. A couple of guys spun out wide, and we've got, I don't even know how many places we got there, but we got a fair few. We're trying it on the outside here. Another guy spins. This is going insanely good for us. Now we find ourselves somehow in 9th position already, and that's a great start for us in our first heat in the wet. Here we are trying to keep close to the guys in front. We do not want to lose the pack in front. All we have to do now is basically try and keep our pace going and try and move up the ranks slowly. But here we go, another dive down the inside from number 12, going just a bit wide. But we get a big slide on the way out, and I think it's where he gets the speed to dive down the inside as well. So we didn't really get a place there, but we'll try and work it the next corner. Here we go. And it looks like he has almost no grip compared to us, but our bad exit means we lose another place to cart number 28 here. Just one more cart to get past now, and we do not want to start moving backwards, not at the second lap of the race. But here we can see number 12 just go a bit wide, and we are down the inside for an easy overtake, where we are now focusing on number 28, where we get a great run on the outside just to cut back in on the inside and get the position coming into the first corner. All we have to do now is keep it tidy for the next couple of corners, and we should have that position secured. At this point, as we look ahead, there's literally no one in front of us. Like, the other group in front is long gone, and we are literally catching a group that is, I want to say, like at least half a lap in front. So there's almost no chance, but we still have to push just in case they start fighting. And it's in the wets. You never know, when someone spins out, you get a place here and there, and it all adds up. So just put our heads down, let's try and get a few good laps and see where we can end up. So fast forward about 6 laps here, we're on the last lap of the race, coming onto the finish line here. If you look in front of us, the gap to the group in front has been caught up by a lot, but because of the first couple of laps that we had, tangled up in all that spins and crashes, the guys in front, the big group in front, just managed to edge away. And in a 10 lap race, having that first couple of good laps, clean corners, no one crashing into each other like what happened at the back, just led them to having a giant lead at the start. First 2 or 3 laps, they were already at least 15 seconds ahead of us, and there was almost nothing we could do other than put our heads down, get good laps, and hope that they get slower laps where we can gain some time. But with that said, 24th, finishing 8th, I think that is a huge result for us this weekend, just to begin, and we'll see what else we can do. But for now, that's a great result, and we only have tomorrow to look forward to.